I'm Maya, one of the co-founders of Omilo Greek Language and Culture. And 25 years ago, we, and this means myself, together with my husband, Dimitris, founded Omilo. So actually at this moment, we should have this huge party celebrating with our students, with our staff, with our teachers, with teachers that were teaching the previous years, etc., etc. A huge celebration because 25 years is 25 years. And we are proud of it. We are still here. So why am I sitting here all by myself? Well, we are in the Corona times. It is at this moment, January 2021. And we are not allowed to have a celebration or a big party. So what are we going to do? Well, because we have to sit at home, because we are in a lockdown in Greece, and we hope, of course, that in some months we can finally start our courses again here in Greece and see all our nice students again. Well, in the meantime, we decided to tell our story because so many students have asked about how it all started. So, are you ready for our story? Here we go. First of all, some notes. Here is our website of Omilo. I'm not going to talk about a website because I'm talking about the beginning of Omilo. And when we started in '96, there were no websites. There was no internet. Google didn't exist yet, nothing. We were bound to brochures and another creative marketing that probably somebody starting now cannot imagine anymore. But why I start from the website? Because everything is mentioned on the website, even the photos of the first years of Omilo. So I will go to Flickr, which is here, this album here, and you will see what I mean. In the Flickr album, we have uploaded photos of our courses of the first years. Here you will see 1997. In this time period, again, there were no digital photos. So we still had our camera with the film roll, and we had to develop the photos. So back then, we had maybe 10, 15 photos for every course, and not hundreds of photos that we now have for every course with our digital cameras. So these photos are actually all scanned and uploaded to the Flickr albums, so you can have a small idea of how everything started. On the Flickr albums, our albums are from '97 to 2002. On Facebook, we have our albums starting from, I believe, 2009 till up today. And there is a small gap in between that we still have to work on. It's a lot of work to have all these photos, but it gives so much pleasure. And for us, so many memories are coming back and we look at it so many times. It's a celebration for us. I hope also for you, for a short story to see how it all started. When we mentioned that we started in 1996, it means we started creating the whole concept. So here you see our very first brochure. We didn't have any photos yet, but the brochure was there, blue sea, very bright Greek sun, and our very brand new Omilo logo. Of course, in '96, we also thought about the name Omilo. This was a name that we liked. It means I speak, but I will not say more about it because there are many blog articles on the website that explain more about our name. But just shortly, Omilo means I speak, and it's actually the same as Milau. So the logo was created, the name was found, and the first brochure was there. So we could start our marketing without internet. How it all started? Well, I was a frequent visitor in the post office here in Athens. They knew me very, very well. I was just sending all over the world brochures about Greek language and culture. Why all over the world? Because from the very beginning, we chose that we wanted to work with a clientele that was international. So not just clients from Belgium or from Holland or from Germany, not just clients from France. There are many schools trying to concentrate on a certain language or clientele from a specific country, which is totally fine. But in our case, we decided it will. And where it all started? It started here in this place that you can see on the photo. And this is the village of Nea Makri. Nea Makri belongs to Attiki and is about 30 kilometers from the center of Athens. If you see here the other picture of Nea Makri, you can actually see here the sea, and more or less at this place here is Marathon, the village of Marathon. The village of Marathon, where actually the marathon all started, the whole story of the marathon 2,500 years ago. And from the village of Marathon, it is 42 kilometers till the center of Athens. That's why also, of course, the marathon, as of today, is 42 kilometers. So here is Marathon, and 8 kilometers farther is Nea Makri, and a little bit farther is Rafina. And from Rafina, you can take boats to the islands. One of the islands is this one that you see here, the second biggest island of Greece, and it's called Evia. And another island that you cannot see here on the photo is Andros. We have organized it also courses in Andros for 5 years, but you don't see it here on the map. So back then, our courses started in Nea Makri. If I scroll down, you can see a close-up here from Nea Makri, and you see the highest building exactly next to the sea. This was the Marathon Beach Hotel. Here it all started, in the Marathon Beach Hotel. You see the building here with a huge swimming pool. The swimming pool was 25 meters, ideal for your morning exercise or evening delight, let's say. People really loved that swimming pool. And it had also a huge garden, which meant we could teach outside. Here you can see Christina on the photo. Christina was working at the reception of the Marathon Beach Hotel. And when the hotel closed down, more or less in 2005, Christina also started working for Omilo. You see Maya and Dimitris, 25 years younger. Oh my God. Anyway, this was, of course, a tavern, because from the very first year that we started our first course in 97, of course, it was and Greek lessons in the morning and cultural activities in the afternoon, something that we kept doing till of today. In 96, everything was organized, the whole plan was there, our dreams, what we wanted to do, etc. Then, as I mentioned, it was the marketing period of brochures and sending all over the world our idea and our dream. And in July 97, we were extremely happy to welcome our very first participants. And as I said, of course, international. You can see the whole group of participants we had back then here, and we had people from Finland, Belgium, Austria, Holland, and Canada. A beautiful group. We still have contact with most of them. Many of them came for years after, you know, because the first groups you never ever forget. You start together, and it would be really great to see all this group here again after 25 years. Back then, our courses were 3 weeks. So we started for the first time with a 3-week. We were eating with them every morning. We were eating with them every evening, and we really became family. One of our first teachers that we actually started with is here, Sophia. Sophia, we are still very much in contact with. She started for us teaching, and she was already an experienced teacher also, and had experience of teaching Greek in the US. When she returned from the US to Greece, she actually was teaching for our first course in Nea Makri. But because students learning Greek are never at the same level, from the very beginning, we already needed more teachers than just one, because Omilo is known that we really take care of the levels. People have to be in the correct language level, or you cannot learn anything. If it's too difficult, you don't learn anything. If it's too easy, you get bored. So you have to make sure you have enough teachers for the exact levels. Even with such a small group, again, 2 teachers. So the second teacher was Vina. Vina and Sofia started in Nea Makri, as you can see, teaching outside in the garden, next to the swimming pool, or inside in different places in the hotel. We had a lot of fun. We were so much together as a small family. And of course, we also did excursions. Here you see a photo of the group in Epidavros. So we were going for a whole day from Nea Makri to Epidavros, to Corinthos, to Nafplion for a day excursion. Unfortunately, no more photos than that, because as I told you, without digital photos, the photos were really limited. Another excursion, here you see the photo of Mykines. And here you see another photo of another day excursion to the temple of Aphea. So not the Acropolis, but the temple of Aphea on the small island of Aegina. On the way back from the boat from Aegina back to Athens, here Dimitris had a good time on the boat back to Piraeus. And what is this photo about? This photo was a biking tour with it on the coastline of Nea Makri towards Skinias Beach and Marathon. Actually here, with our bikes, we arrived at the Skinias Beach. And you see Maya here on the photo with her bike with a big belly, because I was 7 months pregnant. So our Omilo story is also a little bit a family story. Our son was born 2 months later. It's very easy to remember his age, or the opposite is very easy to remember how long we are doing the Omilo courses, because it was a parallel story. Omilo and the children. First Jason, afterwards Aphea. Like the temple of Aphea, our daughter was also called Aphea. So we were biking here in July in Skinias and Marathon. So here you got an impression of our very first course. A second course born on the 6th of September. It is actually one of the only courses that we had to cancel. So that September course didn't take place. And the second courses we had to cancel was last year due to the corona pandemic, 24 years later. We have never canceled any other course. Small groups, big groups, anything, people are welcome, and courses normally are not canceled. So this was a story of 97 with great memories. And the next